my chat color is red. So if you see anything in the chat window that it's red, it comes from me. So I would appreciate if you take a few seconds to pay attention. I usually only type if it's something important. I'll try. Okay, so if you see anything red, it might be me. Okay, turning over to Todd.
All right.
Todd, you are
My
muted.
name's Todd Quinn. I'm business and economics librarian.
You have to unmute yourself.
I'm muted. My microphone. My microphone is on. Can you hear me? Is it okay? Felipe?
No, not yet. I don't hear him.
Marina hears me.
I'm sorry. Take it away.
Okay. Okay, I'm Todd Quinn. I'm a business librarian, but I also do lots of other things, and this is one of them. So I'm going to run through the online software called My Endnote Web, which is slightly different from Endnote. Endnote is a client software that you download on your personal computer. So Endnote Web is an online interface. So I hope you're not here for Endnote. They are different. So if you don't have an Endnote account, what you need to do is create an Endnote web account, and then I'm going to walk you through all the different things that you can use Endnote for, and how there's also a nice plugin for Microsoft Word that you can use that will create your not only your citation, in-text citation, but also your bibliography on the fly. So you don't have to do it multiple times. So Felipe, you want to send that
Right
URL to
away.
everyone? Right. This URL will get you into a database system called Web of Science, but it's multiple things. And if you're off campus, you're going to have to log in with your NetID first. So go ahead and click on that link that Felipe put in the chat window. It'll open up a browser for you. And then you'll log in with your NetID. And that should get you into, I'm gonna switch over to my the Firefox. You can see my screen, but it should get you into this database once you log in. This is what you should see once you log in. Does everyone see that? If you log into your, just say yes or type yes. Okay, good. Now that everyone's in, you'll notice a little gray box on the top bar that says My EndNote Web. Go ahead and click on that. And then it will ask you to log in, and if you don't have an account already, click on Register on the left side. And then it'll give you your email, and then you have to fill out a form. So it will take you a couple minutes, and I'll wait. Because the Web of Science is a company, is a product from the same company that creates EndNote Web and the product EndNote. Once you log in, after you create your account, you're going to see, not this page, I have to log in myself. Usually the password is the most difficult thing about creating your account with Endnote. You should get a page that looks like this after you create your account and log in. And just let me know when you're there. Say, I'm in, and then I'll wait till all three people are in. Or if you have a question, type it or state it. All right, we got one in. Marina. Felipe is all excited.
I'm gonna clap. Notice that I changed my status to applause.
Oh, nice. So Johnny, and you know when you're in, and I'm going to mispronounce your name. Arnoy? You can correct me later. Can you send that link again, Felipe, for Marcel?
Sure, absolutely. Oh, Marcel is actually me.
Oh, he's here in the building?
I mean, it's me. I log in as a guest, so I make sure everybody's seeing everything.
Okay. Just let me know when everyone's logged in, after Marina's logged in. So all you're doing is you're going from, once you get here, you just select Endnote and create your account. Sometimes creating your account is the hardest part of using this product. Johnny, did you click on register to create your account? You have to create your own password as well. Sometimes the password, it asks for a special symbol and a number and a letter, all that kind of stuff. So you have to make sure you get your password proper.
Warm welcomes to Rita, who just joined us. Rita, if you can please go to the link I'm gonna send you so you can sign in.
Okay.
Yeah, add Endnote Web. This is the link.
Rita, once you get into that link with your NetID, you'll get to a page that looks like this. And then you click at the top where it says My Endnote Web. And then on the left side, if you don't have an account, it's going to ask you to log in or register. If you don't have an Endnote account or Endnote Web account, register and create your account. You don't, it's not your NetID account, it's something completely different. Like I said, once we get past this part, everything else is easy. Is everyone else into Endnote Web? I know Marina is, but I'm not sure about anyone else. Okay, I'll give Rita a couple minutes and then I'll get started going through
Okay.
this. But while
Yes. Yes.
you're in, Rita? Okay. All right. So this is the page that you should be looking at now on your own computer. And this is the entrance page. Now you'll notice there's all these tabs at the top here. It's 5 different tabs. Now right now we're looking at my account. And if you look on the left bar, it shows you I have 329 references. I have 7 that aren't filed. And then below that, it shows all the groupings I have of all these different references. You can search, once you start collecting a lot of references, you can search for your references, all of them at one time, or a specific folder at one time. That's after you start collecting them, this is what your page is gonna look like, and all it is all your references start showing up here. I'll go through the other 5 tabs in a moment, or the other 4 tabs. But when you collect a reference in here, you can select, once it's inputted in here, here's what happens. It's a journal article, maybe you have a different type of article, you can always change that by clicking this area. You can change the title, you can click on that and make some edits. So if you're doing APA, this would not be proper. So you have to fix the titles once you import them, because this is computer generated. And you notice the name of the journal, the page numbers, etc. It inputs the abstract, which is very nice. And then you can see what else is here. Sometimes you'll see a DOI, you'll see that more in the education psychology area, even scientists now. And these are all the possible fields, and down here at the bottom it says research notes. And some people like to go in here and type in your own notes and say why this article is important to you, or maybe a specific quote from the article. But you can put all that information in here, and all these fields are editable. And after you make some changes, you can hit save, and then the record's saved. You can also someone have a question? Okay. You can also hide the fields that aren't being used.
No,
Yep.
thanks.
Rita, do you have a question? Okay. You can also hide the fields that aren't being used right now by clicking and hide empty fields, and now you only see these fields instead of the whole form. And that's, sort of collecting all your references. This is, how they're all going to look. So if I look at my next reference, it's going to look a little bit different. Minimize that. And there more fields are filled out. So that's the nice thing about what this does. That's one of the things it does for you. Now, if you want to collect resources, there's this collect tab. You click on collect. Now there's 3 ways to collect, actually 4 ways. One that says new reference, you click on this and you get a blank form. And you can type in anything you want. You got to pick what you're going to reference. So right now it's generic, but if you're going to reference a piece of art or artwork, you select that and the fields will change for you. You want to select a journal article, and the fields will change, and you fill out the fields that you want to put in. So this is actually a manual way to input information. I'm going to come back to importing reference in a moment. So that's the way to do this. If is anyone in the humanities that uses a lot of books?
No.
You say yes or no in the chat window. One yes, one no. No. Okay. So what will be useful for people who use a lot of books, when we go back to here, is this online search. What you can do with online search, yeah, I'm going to get to the articles in a moment. What you can do with online search here is you can collect your favorite libraries catalogs. So right here, I have the Library of Congress, Ohio State. So if I'm doing a lot of interlibrary loan from various libraries, I selected very big libraries that I know have big collections. So I can search their library and pull in the records automatically into my Endnote web account, and then I have the book record. And that's an easy way to do that. You can search the UNM catalog that way as well, or these other ones, the way you pick your favorites, you just hit select favorites, and then you can go through the list of these various universities throughout the world and pick which one, especially since we don't have everything. If everything a lot of stuff you get from is from the University of Texas, you probably want to add them or another library that you get a lot of items from, or has a specific collection that's for your field. So that's what the online search does for you. You just pick the ones you want, and then if you selected University of New Mexico, you can say connect. Now I'm searching the library catalog. I'll do a search for my field. And I can change this as well. I'm going to say in the title, hit search. And now I'm going to get a list of records of the books. Some of them may be print, some may be electronic. And if I like this one, I can select the one I want, and then I can add it to a group, one that exists currently that I've already have, or I can create a new group. Isn't tight. Most of you are going to have to create new groups, so you just hit new group and you create the name of the group. And that record will go into that group over here on the left bar. That's a nice option to search the catalog that way. Any questions about that or other catalogs throughout the country? All right, no questions. The Organize tab is really the only reason you're going to use the Organize tab if you're going to share resources with another person. So if you're doing a research project with someone, say, for example, I'm doing this appreciative inquiry, and I want to share that with another person who has an Endnote web account, I can click share, and then I select people I want to add their email addresses. The email address that is their Endnote account, their Endnote web account address, not necessarily the UNM account. So if you're going, and then you can both collect resources together in one location instead of multiple locations. That's really the only thing that you're going to use the Organize tab for. This is the part that most people like, is the formatting. After you collect everything, what do you do with it? So I'm going to select the Format tab, and I'm going to create a bibliography. So I'm going to select one of my folders that has a lot of resources in it. I'll do an instructional design. You can select your favorite style. So right now I have 3 styles, but when you first come in and use this, you hit select style, and you're going to see this huge list. There's 3,000 different styles. So all you got to do is pick your favorites and hit copy to your favorites, and it will come over here, and that will be the ones that are in the drop-down menu instead of all these other ones. So if you want to go ahead and do that right now, go ahead. I'll give everyone a couple minutes to do that. Just go to the Format tab, select, make sure you're on the Bibliography, and then select Favorites, and then pick your favorites. Just tell me, okay, I've done this after you pick a couple, or let me know if you're lost. The setup takes, once you get set up, then it will go a lot faster. And it does take some time to get used to how you use the various resources. But just let me know when you have picked your favorites. As you notice, there's a lot of styles there. Because if you're going to write for a specific journal, then you can select the journal as well instead of just the style. How's everyone doing? Not getting any responses. Okay, Johnny's good. He's done. What about Rita and Marina? Okay, Marina's done. Even if you're not done, you get the idea of what you can do. You can add and subtract at any time you want to. Okay, so once you have your set style, I'm going to select go back to my references that I picked out of that folder. I'm going to pick APA 6, and then I'm going to select the export format, which really doesn't matter too much, but for our purposes, I'm going to select HTML, and then hit preview and print. You have, there you go. And then there's my APA style. Now, I know there's probably some problems with this. You don't capitalize in APA in the title. So what that means is I got to go back and fix that citation in my references. I got to go back here to my instructional design and fix the one that had all the capitalization by clicking on it. Then click here and get rid of the capitalization. Now, if you use an MLA, you keep the capitalization. So anytime you import a record, you're going to always have to fix it for your specific style. Just keep that in mind. This is all computer generated and computer read, but humans still have to check the work. I'm going to go back to the bibliography tab that I was just at. So we just did that. The other thing that would be really important to you is once you have a lot of articles or citations in here, every once in a while, it's probably a good idea to export your library. And all you do is you export, you select either a specific folder or all references, and then you export it. And the most likely one that's going to be useful is going to be RefMan. Bibliotech, you can do it any one of these, but you may want to do RefMan and tab delimited. So you can import that into another citation manager, for example, Endnote, the full product, Zotero, any one of those. But it's also a good thing if this website crashed, you would still have your citations. So it's a way to check yourself every so often so you have your records. I don't want you to lose your work. Any questions about that? All right, let's go collect some references, and then I'll show you another trick with Microsoft Word that works with this product. So go ahead and open up another tab, and we're going to go to the site. I'm going to put it into the chat box. I'm going to go to the library website. Just go ahead and the library homepage. Just keep the Endnote tab open, Endnote web tab open, and open up this other tab. You should get to, well, not this page. I have to go there myself. To get to this page, and just tell me when you're there. I know to move on. Is anyone not there? Hey, Johnny, Marina, Rita? Okay, good. So now that we're on the library homepage, of course we get, we have 400 plus databases, and I'm going to use this quick search box just to show you. I'm assuming most of you have used an EBSCO database once or twice. So this database here called Quick Search searches 111 databases at one time, which is good and bad for various reasons. If your topic covers very different subject areas, this can be very useful. But otherwise, sometimes you get way too much, and a lot of things not inside of your area. So I'm just going to go ahead and do a quick search. You can do a search on whatever interests you. I'm going to do one on information literacy. And hit go. Now this is searching more than just EBSCO databases. It's actually searching the library catalog, government documents, and 111 databases. And if you're ever used an EBSCO database, the interface looks very similar to you. I'm assuming everyone has used this interface once or twice in their life. Does everyone get a search results? Just say yes if you got search results. You got Rita saying yes. Marina, yes. Johnny? Doesn't really, okay. So everyone has results now. Now pick one that says academic journal, because I think that's mostly what you're going to be collecting. Like the first one here says academic journal for me. I'm going to just select it. But this is how all the records are actually. Oh, you have your basic record, title, all this in the abstract that's here. But if you look on the right side, it says export. Now if you select export, what's going to happen is you're going to get the option to export this record. Down here at the bottom, you want to select Endnote Web, the last radio button, and hit save. What's going to happen is it's going to send that record now to your Endnote Web. And here it says records imported 1. Now if I go back to my references, and then in my unfiled, that you should only have 1 now. The one I just exported, which I didn't even know the name of, information literacy practice, okay? So that's right here now. And all the information that was in that record is now here. So you don't have to retype it. Isn't that pretty good? So that's the easy way to export a record. All the EBSCO databases allow you to do that. Some other ones allow you to export it as well that easily. And then another one you have to download. But I want to go to one more database that I think is quite useful for graduate students. So if we go back to the library homepage, go back to here. Now, I'm not sure what area everyone's in, but there's 3 different databases, and they're all connected, but one's called Social Science Citation Index, another one's Science Citation Index, and the third one is Arts and Humanities Index. So these 3 indices are very useful when you're trying to find who cited what article and all kinds of other stuff, and I'll go through that in a moment. But we can search all 3 at one time. So I'm going to select databases right here on this tab. Select the letter W. And then I'm going to scroll down and select the one that says Web of Science. And this is the page actually we all started with. You'll recognize this. And now your account that was with Endnote is also here. So it should say you're signed in somewhere on the top page. Has everyone got to that location? Just say yes in the chat box or speak. I'll just wait for everyone to get there. Marina's there. You want to select databases on the library homepage, the database tab, right there in that central box, and then select the letter W, and then scroll down and select Web of Science. Don't need to apologize, Rita. Johnny, did you make it there? Okay, good. So now everyone's back here at this search. And you can do your normal searches here. For example, again, you can pick anything. I'm going to do the one that's sitting right there, oil spill. And again, you can change where you search from topic. You can do an author search, all different areas. But if you scroll down before you hit search, you'll notice there's all these, if you scroll down a little bit, you'll notice all these indices. So depending on your area of expertise or your area of study, if you're in the sciences, you want to search the science index. If you're in the social sciences, you want to search that one, etc. Or if your topic goes between all of them or between a couple of them, you may want to do two of them. I'm just going to do social sciences. You also can change the years. So if you only want stuff from the last 5 years or year to date, etc., or you can put in your own date range right here. Now I hit search. Oh, I spelled oil wrong. A three-letter word I spelled wrong. Okay, hit search. And I got my results. Now you'll notice Endnote Web is right here at the top of all your results, and you can just check the ones that you want. I'm going to just check these first three and select Endnote Web, and it'll automatically send those three right into my Endnote Web folder. Now if I go back to my Endnote Web, my references, now I have 11 instead of 8 in my unfiled. And then those ones on oil are in here now. Does everyone follow what I just did? Yeah, Johnny got it. You select the Endnote Web icon at the very top of your search results, Rita. Make sure you select Endnote Web and not Endnote. That's a different product. So what you want to do is select right here, it says Endnote Web after you check them. And since I'm logged in, you'll notice the little EN Web. That means I already have these in my Endnote Web account, so I don't have to select them again. So anytime you log into the Web of Science, any of those indexes, they'll highlight the ones you already have, so you don't have to select them a second time. So I think that's a nice. No, you don't have to export at all because it already did it automatically, Rita. After you select the three, hit Endnote Web, it will automatically send them because these two things are connected at the same company. So now if you go back to you want to take a moment and go back and look at all your references, you should see some that's unfiled, and whatever number you selected, they should be listed now in your unfiled. Did you follow that, Rita? Marina? Just give me a yes or no. Okay, everyone's got that. And since we're in this database, and also in many of our databases, there's this icon. Does everyone notice this? It says UNM full text. This is just sort of a side note. You can click on this icon, and what it will do, it will search for the article in our other databases. And if we have it available, it will automatically just appear, like this one is about to appear on my screen. And there's the full text PDF. Otherwise, let me find one that I don't think we're going to have. Let's try this one. we have a lot of articles, and so it's hard sometimes to find one that we don't have. Otherwise, let me try one more. If I don't find it, then try that one. Oh, we have that one too. Otherwise, you can order the article through Interlibrary Loan. You click on this button, it takes you to a page, and there's 3 links. The third one says request. You request it, you log in with your net ID, and then you can request the article, and then you get it sent a link, and then you can download the PDF. And normally that takes somewhere between 6 to 48 business hours. Or actually, I've ordered articles in the morning and they've arrived in the afternoon. I've ordered articles on a Monday and I've got them by Wednesday. So it's really fast. So just make sure you are aware of that button. All right, now that we have a few items collected in EndNote, well, let me try. I have to go to JSTOR or JSTOR and ProQuest. I think there's others as well. You have to actually download the file onto your hard drive and then upload it into EndNote Web. So let's go ahead and do that. I'm going to go back to the library homepage, the eLibrary page. And once you're here, I want you to select the database tab like you did before. And we're going to select ProQuest or P. We're going to select P first. Then scroll down and find the database called ProQuest. Now, again, just do a search. It doesn't really matter what you search at this moment. I'll do oil spill again. Make sure I spell oil proper this time. And then you have all your search results. Now, this one works different than automatically exporting the document on the fly into your EndNote Web. So what you have to do is you can select one, or you can select multiples. Like you did before, you can select multiples, or you can select one at a time. If you go into the article, what you're going to see here, it says export, whether you're on the individual article page or go back to the search results page, or you select here and then there's the export over here. Either way works. This page allows you to check multiples. But once you check them and then you go over to export, what you want to do is select the one that says RIS. Click RIS, and then you get this screen that pops open. And what you're going to do is right now it's going to download the citation, abstract, and indexing, and that's what you want. And then you hit continue. And now you're going to be asked to save a file. If you have a pop-up blocker, you have to allow it. So I got to do it again. Now what it's doing is downloading that citation. Oh, since I have Zotero on here, it's going to cause problems. I have to go into another, I got to go into IE. Sorry, give me a moment. Let me see if anyone has any questions at the moment. Okay, no questions at the moment. I'm going to go back to do that search. All right, and then databases, request. Now I'm going to select the one I wanted, export it, RIS, continue, leave it downloaded for me. Rita, what can't you see? My screen or something else. You can't see anything. Felipe,
Do you have
the video our end? Okay, everyone's having some problems at the moment.
Hi, Todd. Do you have anything up? I don't see anything on my end here.
Not
Are
sure
you
we're having a
sharing
nuclear
anything?
accident or what, with that sound in the background. I think I'm sharing the wrong
It's changing now. People should be able to see something.
screen. Now can you see it? Felipe, is it working now? Okay, good. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to download this as an export RIS. I want to save that one. Hit continue. And now I should have that on my desktop, I hope. Let me make sure I have that on. I got to find where it went. This is not my computer, otherwise I would be able to find it. Doesn't seem like it wants to download on here. Let me try it one more time. If it doesn't work, then I'll tell you what. Did anyone else get their file to download? Just say yes if you got your file to download. Just let me know if your file downloaded on your own computer. It should be called something like ProQuest citation.ris. Just say yes if it downloaded. Rita said no. Johnny? Marina? This is really important if you use JSTOR a lot or ProQuest databases. So if you're using JSTOR a lot, this will be important. So what happens after that file downloads? What happens is you go back into your, and as we did before, you select collect, and then now instead of creating your new reference or searching, what you want to do is import a reference, because now we're going to be uploading a file. And what you got to do is you got to go find that file. Unfortunately, mine didn't download either, for that matter. You go find that file and make sure it says all files, because sometimes it will say text only. Make sure you select all files because the file will say something like citation.ris. And that's why it won't show up if you only have a specific format selected. After you select that file and hit open, it will upload, and then you have to select the import option. So I would like everyone to get to this collect tab if you're not there at the moment on the Endnote web page, and then
Yes,
select
you're not.
import references. Am I not sharing my screen again? Oh, I'm sorry. I keep on switching browsers. My apologies. I should make sure I share the right screen. Okay, get back to this page and click on the Collect tab. This is my first time doing an online thing, so I'm trying my best. So you hit collect, and then over here you select import, and then you should get this interface. And this is where you browse for, this is where you browse to find your file, wherever if it goes in your downloads, find it that way, but just make sure all files is selected because it's going to, the file type is called a .ris, which is a, it's really what we call a machine readable file, because you normally are not going to want to read it. So once you find your file that you downloaded, it'll be here, and then you select your import style. And what I would like you to do right now on select favorites, what I'd like you to do is scroll down this huge list to the R's, or just hit R, select in here and select R on your keyboard, and find the one that says refman RIS, and copy to your favorites. Because now instead of that huge list, you'll only have one in here. After you imported your file, you select RIS, and then you can tell it where to send it to. So this is all the ProQuest databases work this way, JSTOR works this way, and I'm assuming there's many others that work this way as well, where you have to download the file and then upload it. I'm sorry, it's not working right now. I'm not sure what's going on with ProQuest, why it's not working, but it didn't work for me. I'm assuming it didn't work for you either. Does everyone understand what I've been showing? Say yes or no. Johnny, Marina. Okay, Rita's got it. Marina? Marina seems to have dropped out. Johnny? Johnny, are you still there? Correct. Just download it and then you upload it into Endnote Web. Okay, now that you have a number of sources in our Endnote, you've collected some from EBSCO database. I want you to go to, if you go to My References, you can go ahead and select one and then create a group. Click one and then add to group, and then click new group and create one, and it'll show up here on the left bar, or put in a couple, it doesn't really matter. And I know we're running out of time, so I want to get into this other thing that you'll find quite amazing. That's how you organize your results. Now, if we go back to the EndNote site and click on the Format tab, you'll see this thing called Cite While You Write plugin. This is a Microsoft Word plugin, and it's very useful to download and install into your computer. You have to make sure you close all your Microsoft products before you install it. You have to have admin rights to your computer as well. Once you download this, what happens is, now I have it on this computer. I gotta share a different screen, 1 second. I'll share you my Microsoft web, or my Microsoft document. So now I have, here's the Microsoft document, and up here on the toolbar, it looks normal, but then you see when it says EndNote Web. So say you're typing along, whatever, and you need to put a citation there. You click EndNote Web, pick your style. Right now I don't have a style, but you do it in your preferences. And then you can go find all your references. So if I wanted to find the one that has the word virtual in it, I'm searching my files. It's asking me to log in with my account, my EndNote account. And then it's going to connect to my library of citations. And now here's all the ones that have the word virtual in them. And now I want this one by bird. So I double click on it, and there's the in-text citation and down below the citation for the bibliography.
Excuse me.
So what do you think about that?
Just a reminder, 5 minutes.
You see how that can be quite useful for you while you're, I'm sorry? Okay. Okay, you'll be able to install it later, but I just wanted to show you how it works and why it's very important to use. So when you're using your Microsoft Word, after you install it, you'll see this tab here. You set your preferences, or if you click over here where it says Bibliography, this little box, click that. You select your output style. So if I wanted 6, because right now I'm in 5, I have to hit OK, and it may change my result here. So just check here to pick the style that you're going to use in your documents. And you can change it any time if you want to change it to a different style. Because if you have your old paper set up in APA, and then you need to do it in MLA, it will automatically fix all the in-text citations for you. But again, then you have that capitalization problem when you switch styles. So again, every style is a little bit different. G, you won't be able to do this on your iPad. I don't think it won't work on Microsoft Word, I don't think on the iPad. But if you on your laptop or on your desktop, it will. So you can view what we're doing here. Anyone have questions about that? Sure, I'll show this to you again. So once you load the document, or once you load the software, it's going to put in a little plugin right up here along the toolbar. And all you got to do is while you're typing away, you go up and hit Find Citation on the left side. And it shows all the citations. You can search for a word, or you can search, a name. So if I wanted Avery, there's the Avery one. And then now I have 2 citations, and if you notice, it put them in order for me in the APA style. Oh, Felipe, is Adobe Connect not the greatest for iPad?
It actually works pretty well with the iPad. It's just like
Someone's
as
on
in
an
every
iPad.
mobile device, you lose some functions or they're not as easy to get to when you're mobile, but then you pay a price for that portability. That's how it works. You can also do in Androids or iPhones. It's compatible with all of them. It depends on your needs. If you just want to communicate, it's very effective.
So it takes time to learn this tool. So it takes time to learn using Endnote Web. It's very useful, and that plugin, I think, is going to save you a tremendous amount of time. If you have questions, you can email me at tq.unm.edu. There you have it twice. And that's my name. And now that you have an account, when you're off campus, you can use this URL. You can use that URL now that you're off campus and you created your account. You can't use that account until you created one, or you can't use this website until you created an account when you're off campus. And one other note for you, if you're going to use Google Scholar, which I know many people do, select it from the library databases, just like you select all the other ones we did today. Like databases like G, and then find Google Scholar. And then you'll have to be logged in. Because when you do that, that Find It button that I talked about earlier will show up when you're off campus. If you don't go through the library databases, then that Find It button which links you to the article or to the interlibrary loan form will not be there.
Excuse me, we're
urge you to
running
go
out of
color
time,
through the
so while
library
you guys have
databases.
the last questions to Todd, I'm gonna bring the evaluation link, okay? Just look for the evaluation in your browser. It should pop up now. And Rita, please don't forget to sign in. I'm gonna bring the signing link for you in just a second. Okay, this is the signing link and the evaluation link. Let me bring that up as well. Okay, now you guys have both links. Thank you. Don't forget to sign in and complete the evaluation, please.
Welcome, G. Again, don't hesitate to email me.
Please don't forget the evaluations, folks. Any last minute questions?